Hey y'all, this is Dina. Welcome to my channel. Okay, so I am back with a quick project for you. And yeah, I think that you could include these on craft fair if you want. I think it would be really cute to make some of these super cute pom-poms. Now on these, I've added them to pencils. So you can kind of see all the different ones I've done. This pom-pom is a little bit smaller one, but you can see there. And then I also added them to the large paper clips as well. Now, you can make pom-poms a little bit smaller than this, but I'm using my pom-pom maker, and these make two sizes, the smaller size and the larger size. I really like all of these. Okay, let me show you how I made these. Also too, you can see these right here. You can use these on your paper clips for your traveler's notebooks as well. But anyway, let me show you quickly how I made this. Okay, we're gonna add one to a paper clip today. So, the supplies that you need, of course, is yarn. You'll need hot glue. And I am using my Clover Pom Pom Maker. I'm going to use my small one. This one is smaller. Now I got these at Michael's. I'm sure you could get them at any craft store, but I got it at Michael's, and I think that the small one was like maybe $5, and I got it with a 50% off coupon. I think the larger one was like maybe $7, and I used a coupon. So you can get them pretty cheap. Now, if you don't have one of these, you can also wrap yarn around your fingers over and over and over, put the yarn up through in the end, and then tie it off. And you'll see kind of how I do this one, and you'll be able to see how you can tie them off. And you might already be a pro at pom-poms, and yeah, then you're gonna relate. You'll know how fun they are to make. So I'm going to utilize this. Now, if you don't want to use your fingers, you can also use a piece of cardboard, and you could cut it like kind of in a circle, but cut out the center and just wrap it all the way around, and then tie it off using a piece of cardboard. I've never done it that way because I've had this little gadget in my craft room. So this is what I would make mine out of. So if you wanted to invest in something like this, this would be a good investment and a good addition to your craft room. Okay, so let me show you how I make these. So this little gadget, it opens up on both sides like this. Okay, so I'm gonna flip it over because I'm gonna start with this one on this side. And how I make my pom-pom is I'm gonna take my yarn, I'm gonna start pulling out a whole bunch of my yarn, and I'm going to start over here, and you need to wrap your yarn like a good single layer all the way, and then after that you can go crazy. So I'm gonna hold this in place, and I am going to wrap this around. I like to get mine pretty even when I'm starting this, and then I can just overlap multiple places multiple times. It doesn't really matter, but I like to start off like this. Yeah. Here in Texas today, we actually had rain this weekend. We've been in a drought, and so what a great surprise and a wonderful blessing. God sent us rain today. So it was really nice going into church this morning and coming out and still seeing some rain. It was just awesome. I think that somebody was doing a rain dance because we really needed the rain bad. Okay, so I've almost got it completely covered here. And then I'm just gonna go crazy, and I'm just going to fill this whole thing up. You see how skinny it looks in there? If I pulled it off now, it's going to be a little dinky little thing, and I don't want a dinky one. I like to have a good one. Now this is a good project for you to do. It's simple and easy, and even kids could make this. Just show them what to do, and they could do it. And they're fun. they could make pom-poms and you could leave the yarn on them, and or even, I don't know how, but I think you could leave the yarn on them and attach them to shoelaces some way, or maybe tie them onto your shoes. They could have pom-poms on their shoes. I remember back in the day, like when my kids were little, and granted my children are 32 and 34 years old, and I remember when they were babies, I used to put bells on their shoes. So it would be cute to put, like you're doing bells, you put pom-poms. Kind of like, I don't know, back in the day, maybe back in when I was in school, when I was young, people used them on their shoes. And we could bring it back, right, y'all? Why not? There's a lot of stuff out there we can bring back. Okay, I've almost got this. I want to make sure I got it really good and filled in. That way you make a really good pom-pom. And this is only one side. Okay, so as you see, I've got it filled in a lot better now. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go over here and fill in a little bit on the edge. And I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to fill it in. And this little long piece, I'm going to go ahead and trim it because I'm not going to need it anyway. I'm going to trim this one too. That was my starting and stopping place. Now, the nice thing about it is it's pushed down in there. Now I'm going to do on this side. I'm going to wrap my yarn on this side. So let me get some more yarn out. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Like I said, you could wrap this around, like wrap it around your fingers and then tie it off through your fingers. Or you could use cardboard. Like, I've never done the cardboard because I've had these little gadget, and I personally think it's, if you're going to make a lot of pom-poms, you want to make some nice ones, this is a good little tool to have. Okay, I'm not following my own little thing over here. I got to make them real straight. There we go. I get going, I get to talking, and okay, I'm gonna try to get this all covered and then go to town again. I love these pom-poms. They remind me of little puffy snowballs or something. It's something that down here in Texas we don't see. If we get snow, the world stops down here. We get it about once every 5 years, maybe if we're lucky. I pray for snow. I love it so much. So if you live up north and you get a lot of snow, I'm jealous. Because I love Texas, because my family is here. But I love snow. When I go to Colorado and visit my sisters, I try to go up when I know there's going to be some snow. Because I love snow. My husband is from the Philippines, so not too much. He likes it okay, but he doesn't want it all the time. He's an island boy. So I've told him before, do you want to move to Colorado where there's snow? And he told me I'd have to go without him because he just can't stand the cold. So it's not cold all the time up there, but I think it's a little bit too cold for his blood. And our children are here. So, okay, so I'm getting pretty full. Kind of looks like a snail, huh? Okay, I want to keep this. I want to keep it going because I want it to be really, really full. You can make them a lot thinner than this, or you can make them thicker. But I like them fat and thick. I like my pom-poms to be puffy. Okay, so I'm at the end. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna cut that off. Pop it down here and here. So now I've got my yarn ready to cut. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna pull off a piece of yarn, maybe, I don't know, less than a foot or about a foot. It doesn't have to be that long. And now what I'm gonna do to get this off to form my pom-pom like this is I have to take it and I have to cut it. And you could see on this side there's some groove, and on this side there's a groove. So what I'm gonna do is put my scissors up in here and I'm gonna start cutting. I'm using my little skinny scissors. So it makes it a little bit tougher. Got some big ones sitting here, but I find going up in this groove, the little skinny ones are a little bit better. Okay, so I've got half cut. I'm gonna cut the other side. Y'all, these are so much fun. And you can make it, like I said, wrapping it around your hand, tying it off in the end, cutting it, and you could do it that way. You could use cardboard. You could. I've seen like examples where you could make it using a fork, but I kind of like this little gadget. So, okay, just want to make sure I got that part. Didn't come. Okay, so now I've got it all cut. So what I need to do now is take my yarn and put it up in this groove. Now, if you had these on your fingers, this is where you would take your yarn up and put it underneath where your fingers are, slide it up underneath the bottom of how you have it wrapped, and then bring it up and tie it off. And it's the same way like this. So I'm gonna take my yarn and put it down through the groove, and I'm gonna pull this up as tight as I can. And then I'm going to tie this off as tight as I can. Make it real tight, y'all. And I'm gonna do it. I'll let you do it about 2 or 3 times. Okay, there we go. Okay, that should be good. Now, this is what it looks like. So to get it off, you open up this one side, you open up the other side, and you pull it apart, and you have a cute little pom-pom. Okay, so let me give it a little haircut. You want to trim off because you want it to be nice and as round as you can get it. If you want it to be in the shape of a heart or something, you could also shape it like a heart if you want. And there you go, we've got our pom-pom. Okay, so now let's attach this to a paper clip. So like I said, I'm using my jumbo paper clips, and these I think are about 3 inches, I believe approximately about 3 inches. So what I'm gonna do is I find where this long string is, I'm gonna take my paper clip and I'm gonna put it down and tie a knot off. I just like to tie it off here just to kind of anchor it down before I glue it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and trim off the string. And so it's hanging off here. So now I gotta add my hot glue. So I'm gonna kind of turn to the side so I can see my paper clip. I'm going to give it a generous amount of glue on both sides of the paper clip. And then once you've got enough glue, cram it down there in the center, push down your paper clip a little bit. And I've got some glue out on the bottom. I don't like that part, so I'm going to use my scissors and try to get some of it off. And just hold it down. You want to make sure that your glue adheres and catches everything up in there. And there you go, y'all. Isn't it cute? I love them. There's so much. I could just sit here and make tons of them. I'm gonna give it a little bit more of a haircut. Trim it up. Now, wouldn't these be cute if you were letting kids make them? They could put little wiggly eyes on them. That'd be so cute. Like I said, you can use these as bookmarks for a book, or like this. I stuck this one in my traveler's notebook. So this is a great thing for you to use for your notebooks. I've done my tutorials on my flowers. Well, pom-poms are a great addition as well. You can even make pom-poms and make them hang off your notebooks. So I'm not a real huge fan of that. I think they're pretty, but I kind of think that it's kind of in the way a little bit, but that's just my opinion. So yeah, there you go. What do y'all think, y'all? I think that these are super cute, and I am going to keep making a few more. Now, if you wanted to sell these at your craft fair, maybe if you're selling traveler's notebooks, maybe you can maybe put these in little packages next to your notebooks, and it could be like extra little things they could purchase if they wanted to add them to their notebooks, or you can just sell them as bookmarks. These would be great bookmarks. But yeah, super cute, super easy, super fun, inexpensive to make, and yeah, what do y'all think? Okay, so I am gonna quit rambling on, and I'm gonna keep making a few more of my paper clips, and yeah, I guess I'm gonna see you guys soon in my next video. Thank you to everyone that has commented on my subscriber giveaway video yesterday. I've received a lot of comments, and I am so grateful and appreciative of all your very kind comments and your nice words. And yeah, tomorrow night at 7 o'clock Central Time, I will be choosing my winner. So anyway, I will see who the lucky person is that's going to win my crocodile. Okay, so I'm gonna quit rambling on, and I'm gonna let you guys go. Y'all have a good day. Bye, y'all.